Good evening, everybody. I would like to call this November 16th school board meeting to session. We will start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And we will start out with approval of agenda with suggested motions and resolutions.
Motion moved.
And second.
Motion by Adams, seconded by Meisner to approve the agenda. All those in favor?
Aye.
And the motion passes. Next, we will move on to Spotlight on Recognition. Dr. Heil.
Thank you. Good evening, Chair Perito and school board members. It was with pleasure that I introduce the Fridley Public School Employee of the Month for November of 2021. Congratulations to Fridley Public Schools Employee of the Month, Kate Wesper. Wesper serves as the accounting supervisor in the district's business and finance office and is an integral part of the district's fiscal operations. According to the business and finance director, Barbie Ressler, Wesper's attention to detail has allowed the district to ensure accuracy, transparency, and reliability for many years. Her work ethic, tenacity, and resolve in ensuring Fridley Public Schools follows all rules, regulations, and accounting standards has enabled us to make informed decisions about our financial stability and forecasting. She's a certified public accountant and has mastery of the district's audit process. Her colleagues are quick to note that Wesper is a humble employee, working behind the scenes to ensure the financial and payroll information is up to date, processes are followed, and precision is upheld. She's incredibly helpful to all employees, administrators, secretaries, and teammates with reliability, equity, and humility regardless of the question or need. According to Barbie, Wesper has to balance multiple duties through this past summer and fall. She took on technical aspects of payroll processing while she continued to fulfill her daily duties and ensure the district's annual audit is completed. While this will be overwhelming for most employees, Kate handles the pressure with patience and class. She's a true team player and continues to assist other departments with their needs with great care. So congratulations to Kate on a well-deserved recognition for the Employee of the Month.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Next, we'll move on to superintendent and staff reports, and we would like to welcome our special guests.
My name is Sailor. I am in the 11th grade, and my tribe is Ojibwe of the Red Lake Reservation.
My name is Vidal Rosales. I'm in 11th grade, and my tribal affiliations are Ottawa and Wiyaki. We're here to present the Native American Heritage Month slides. Like this.
Fridley Public School Land Acknowledgements. We collectively acknowledge that Minnesota is located on the traditional, ancestral, contemporary, and occupied lands of the Dakota, Oyate, Ojibwe, and Anishinaabe indigenous peoples. We make this acknowledgement to honor and respect the Ojibwe, Anishinaabe, and the Dakota, Oyate peoples, the original stewards of lands and waters, their ancestors, descendants, traditions, as well as the land itself. We have a moral responsibility to advocate and be in alliance with our indigenous communities as we continue our equity and inclusion journey.
The significance of Native American Heritage Month from the Fridley High School Native Student Group. To educate people that Native people still exist, we do still exist. We are a part of the nation of the USA as well as the Indian nation, citizens of both. To have a correct portrayal of the Native American people, different than that is portrayed on news, media, books, etc. Check out Reservation Dogs on Hulu.
Anishinaabe, Ojibwe, and Oyate, Dakota, Native American people. In Minnesota, there are two main Native American tribes, the Anishinaabe, Ojibwe people, the Oyate, Dakota people. With these two tribes are 11 different tribal nations. There are 11 tribal nations in Minnesota. Anishinaabe, Ojibwe, Boys Forge Band of Chippewa, Fond du Lac Reservation, Grand Portage Band of Chippewa, Leech Lake Band of Ojibwe, Mill Lacs Band of Ojibwe, Red Lake Band of Chippewa, White Earth Reservation.
And the Oyate Dakota tribal nations are the Lower Sioux Indian Community, Prairie Island Indian Community, Shakopee Mdewakanton Sioux Dakota Community, and the Upper Sioux Community. Is there a way to press the little speaker?
You may have to say.
Okay.
Anishinaabe Ojibwe greeting, bonjour is hello.
And the Oyate Dakota greeting is, I don't want to, yes, good day. These are examples of traditional clothing for powwows. It goes by the term regalia, so there's men's traditional, men's fancy, men's grass, as well as women's clothes. The regalia is traditional, fancy shawl, and jingle.
Anishinaabe Ojibwe and Oyate, Native American people, traditional foods. Many of the foods you eat today are from the Americas and have become staples across the world. The listings of foods are hot peppers, beans, tomatoes, squash, potatoes, avocados, strawberries, blackberries, cranberries, blueberries, pecans, black walnuts, cashews, maple syrup, wild rice, etc., etc. It's a lot.
Two of the favorite fruits from the Americas are chocolate and vanilla. Don't want to tackle those ones either. But I'll see you again. For me, Ottawak is more like upon the Caribbean, and it was it has gone on for a very long time. And for Yaqui, that's more like Mayans, so that's gone on for thousands of years as well. And I've known about my tribal affiliation since while I was growing up. I didn't really grow up around it because it's definitely different being in Minnesota with the tribes, the Anishinaabe and the Oyate tribes, compared to tribes that are in the Caribbean. So, but yeah, they have been around for a very long time.
Perfect. That's exactly what I was wondering, if you always had those options and those practices and traditions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mine, for me, it's on my dad's side, so it's kind of a weird subject, kind of, because I don't really know a whole lot, but I used to practice it a lot. I used to do jingle dress, actually, at powwows, and it'd just be a real fun time, and we practice every day, throughout the day, when I would stay over, like they'd have sage rubbings. I'd plan to go to powwows, and it's a big event, it's a big thing that you want to prepare for, even if it's hot. Sometimes there's a lot of clothing, accessories, but you dance and you feel free and with the land, and that's a very important aspect.
Thank you, because I know a lot of us, what we see on TV and things we read and are not necessarily taken properly or taken out of context. So thank you so much. We will move on. Next, we are going to talk about our consolidated polling place and our resolution. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed elections. Dr. Heil.
Thank you, Chair Perito. In the election on November 2nd of 2021, our Fridley voters re-elected Ross Meisner and Ivana Stark and newly elected Nikki Anna to serve on the Fridley School Board. These members will serve a 4-year term beginning January of 2022. We look forward to working with Ms. Anna and thank her predecessor, the one and only Carol Thornton, for serving on the school board. This isn't her last time, though.
Yes, one more. One more. Thank you. And then we can go on to our business action items with the resolution on the polling place.
Thank you. Chair Perito, we are asking this evening for the board to approve the resolution for the consolidated polling place at Fridley Community Center. This is an annual resolution. If the need for any special election comes up, the polling place will be combined and held here at Fridley Community Center.
So as a resolution, do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. Motion by Meisner, seconded by Thornton to approve the resolution. And we will call the roll. Mr. Adam?
Aye.
Mr. Carnot?
Aye.
Mr. Meisner?
Aye.
Ms. Peruito is aye. Ms. Thornton?
Aye.
And that passes. And we will also talk about Minnesota State High School League Foundation Grant.
Thank you. We're also requesting this evening for the board to approve the resolution for the Minnesota State High School League Foundation Grant. This is also an annual resolution in support of the district's application to the Minnesota State High School League Foundation for a grant to offset student activity fees.
Thank you. And is there a motion to accept the resolution for the School Board Support Form A application to the Minnesota High School League Foundation?
Motion to accept.
Second.
Motion by Carnot, seconded by Adam. We will call the roll. Mr. Adam?
Aye.
Mr. Carnot?
Aye.
Mr. Meisner?
Aye.
Ms. Peruito is aye. Ms. Thornton?
Aye.
And the motion passes. And we will move on to approval of 21 through 23, the Para-Educator Master Agreement. Mr. Isaacson.
We present for the board's review and approval the newly executed agreement with our pairs. They voted on that last night, and that was ratified by the group. We look for your review and approval of that new agreement.
And is there a motion?
A motion to approve. Second.
Motion by Meisner, seconded by Carnot to approve the 21 through 23 Para-Educator Master Agreement. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. We have several different readings. We're going to start with Policy 510 for school activities.
Thank you, Chair Perito. This evening, we're asking for approval for the second reading of Policy 510 on school activities. The original one, there was a removal of the comment about activities being secondary, and it was replaced with they complement the instructional program at Fridley, Public Schools. So we're asking for adoption of that this evening.
And we will also ask Ms. McLemore for Policy 505 and 512, please.
Thank you, Chair Peruito. Board members, Superintendent Dr. Heil. Tonight I'm presenting Policy 505 and 512 for second readings. And the changes have been made from the last board meeting is to change the title of Policy 505 to include non-school sponsored materials and also include distribution by students and employees. There are no additional changes to both 505 and 512 beyond what was discussed in the last board meeting. So these are presented to you tonight for your approval.
So is there a motion to accept Policy 510, 505, and 512?
Motion moved to accept the policies.
Second.
Motion by Adams, seconded by Thornton to approve second reading and adoption of Policies 505, 510, 512. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And that motion passes. Next on our agenda, we have the consent agenda, which is our routine action items, including minutes of the school board meeting, the work session held on October 19th, our special session held on November 10th, 2021, monthly financial reports, new contracts, amendments, lane changes, leaves of absence, terminations, resignations, and retirements. Is there a motion?
Motion to accept.
Excuse me, second.
A motion by Meisner, seconded by Thornton to approve. All those in favor?
Aye.
And opposed? And that motion passes. We are going to move on to written information and Policy 519 and 512, please. Ms. McLemore again.
Thank you, Chair Peruito. Tonight I present two policies for fast reading. They are kind of related. The first one is Policy 519, which sets guidelines for district, school, or approved educational partners or agency to interview our students. And these are what we consider outside agencies. There is only one major change in the policy under general statement. We have added a guideline for media to request interviews when highlighting some of our students. We are always proud to showcase our students' work, and in the past we typically use our media release form to help guide when we can share images and names of our students. So this kind of just puts everything together and provide guidelines for our schools when they are pitching stories to us that we in turn pitch to the media for interviews for students when that is required. In addition to that, we have also included clarifying language in terms of agencies that under these policies are allowed to interview students. So it's not always your local welfare agency. It can be a different body that is in charge of it, performing some type of investigation that is related to reports of maltreatment of minors. So that clarifying message is also included in here. Policy 520 is on student surveys, and there are very minor changes in here. We have added clarifying language to opt students out of surveys, and typically our process includes whenever we know that there is a survey that's going to be administered by an outside agency, is to provide parents the option to review the policy, the interviews ahead of time and the surveys ahead of time, so that parents can make informed decisions whether they want to include their students or not. So having this included in there allows our schools to be able to share this information with parents ahead of distributing those surveys to them. So these are presented to you tonight for first reading.
Thank you so much. Does anyone have any questions? We will move on to our report from school board members, AMSD.
So we had Paula Forbes actually received an award from AMSD for her work around the Reimagine Minnesota work that has been done around the state. So she was received an award for that. We also had AMSD share their new strategic plan process with the group and gathered input on that before they finalized it. And last, we had a presentation and a review of the process that was used and still are using to go over the new social studies standards for the state of Minnesota.
Thank you. We have quite a few future important dates coming up. So the Northwest Suburban Integration School District Joint Powers Board meeting will be held on November 17th at the district office. We have no school for Thanksgiving and the day after Thanksgiving, the 25th and 26th. The Northeast Metro 916 board meeting will take place December 1st at the Bel Air School. The next AMSD board meeting will be December 3rd at the Cora Education Center. The next Fridley Public Schools board work session will be held December 7th here at the Fridley Community Center. And our next school board meeting will be December 21st. We will start the work session 5:30, open forum at 7, business meeting 7:30 here at the community center, and then no school for winter break December 23rd through December 31st. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Motion by Thornton, seconded by Carnop to adjourn at 7:51. All those in favor?
Aye.
And we are adjourned. Motion passes. Thank you so much. Have a great night.